Red Dead Redemption 2 launched October 26, 4 years ago, and it is hard to believe this game is now 4 years old, about to be half a decade next year, in the year of 2023. And Red Dead Redemption 2 single player is a complete masterpiece. The story of a gang that falls apart, that was a family once, in the end of the Wild West, beginning of the Wild West era, is something I'll cherish forever. Like, the tale of Arthur Morgan was always known his loyalty to his gang, and must choose where to continue being loyal to everything that he's known in his life, and loyal to his father-like figure, Dutch Banderlin, after he goes insane and starts putting money and greed before what his gang's values were about family first and putting the gang first and everyone else. And it was also great about seeing the prequel of John Marston when he was in his gang years with Arthur, and it changed your perspective on characters. When you saw that they left John for dead, when he mentioned it in Red Dead Redemption 1 when it came out in 2010, 12 years ago, you thought that they were just heartless, cruelest people, but looking back on, they actually cared for one another before everything fell apart. They were a family of thieves. Another thing I liked about Red Dead Redemption 2 was how just massive the world was and so alive it felt and interactive, and the story. One last thing I will say is, it was about a man that was running out of time, that had one last chance to do what was right. It was an emotional experience playing through the game, seeing new characters that we grew attached to go away, and knowing the fate of like old characters from the first game. And it was really sad playing through the last mission, as spoiler alert, as Arthur Morgan's last ride, and you hear that's the way it is. Such a great game in every aspect of Red Dead Redemption 2. And with an online that was so much better than GTA Online, with an interactive world, living world, a game that was completely built on next-gen hardware at the time. I'm sure I say current-gen hardware, when PS4 and Xbox One were the main consoles. Like, built from the ground up. Like, Red Dead Online had so much potential, like heists, farms, map expansion. Too bad it's no longer going to get any more big updates. And Red Dead Redemption 2 had so much potential for a story DLC, and potential to get a PS5 and Xbox Series X version. And this is today's topic. Will a Red Dead Redemption PS5 and Xbox Series X expanded enhanced version for current gen consoles happen after GTA 6? Apparently, as we know, a few months ago, apparently GTA 4 Remastered was in the works, and a Red Dead Redemption 1 remaster or remake or whatever was also apparently, but they canceled it and put it on the shelves. And also apparently, after that was announced, a Red Dead Redemption 2 PS5 and Series X version with Rockstar Editor and Director mode was also ready to be shipped, but apparently they canceled it, which is really unfortunate, because I would buy this game again for PS5, and would probably get a disc version. Like, imagine how cool it would be, even though online is not going to get any more major updates, and Rockstar wants to make money with shark cards and gold bars in Red Dead. I'm sure it would sell pretty well, but imagine how cool it would be, even if they're not going to give us any more major updates for Red Dead Online, just to have the Rockstar Editor and Director mode for single player, and to make our own, like many machinima films. I know machinima's dead, but you get what I mean. People have been wanting Rockstar Editor and Director mode. Like, if they aren't going to give us any more big updates, they should at least release a PS5 and Series X version for console players that want to play in 4K and 60 frames, and a little bit like push PS5 to its limits for the graphics. I don't know how big of a graphics upgrade it can get, but I would buy this game again for $100. Like, even if that's just the content they just add, and maybe a weapon or some, like an outfit, some exclusive, like a weapon or an outfit to Red Dead Online or Red Dead single player, or something. Like, I could see this game getting the PS5 and Xbox Series X versions after GTA 6, but reason why I can see it not happening is because what would be the point for Rockstar if they're not going to update Red Dead Online and get major updates like they did for GTA 5 PS4 when it was launching? They still added they were adding tons and tons of updates throughout the years for the PS4 8-gen versions of GTA 5. I know this doesn't have a high chance of happening, but adding the horse lantern would just be good for single player. Like, I know they don't. Other stuff like the improved bow would be nice, the advanced camera, some like small content from online to story, like also guns like the elephant rifle, some melee weapons. Like, you don't need to add outfits and all that, but maybe such as some guns and that horse lantern, the advanced camera, the elephant rifle, that other bow. I know Rockstar doesn't add online content in single player anymore because they want people to buy it and buy shark cards and gold bars, but I think that's the least they can do. If all they just added was just an extra gun, outfit to Reddit Online, some gold, just a few gold bars to Rockstar Editor, Director Mode, and just some cut content that they would have probably saved, like they saved for the PS4 and Xbox One versions of GTA 5 story mode. That would be fine. I'm not expecting heist missions or Rockstar content where you can make your own matches or the ability to own a ranch. I'm not expecting any of that, but if they just gave us like weapons from online and the horse lantern, like I said, and that's pretty much it, maybe some cut content, that would be fine. So will it happen? A Red Dead Redemption 2 PS5 and Xbox Series X version? Maybe. That's all I'm gonna say. I would like to, if they just added just a little bit of content and ability to play 60 frames in 4K, I would be okay with that. Before I end this video, this is my last video I ever recorded and using on PS4 Share Factory. All I can say is it's been one hell of a ride. It had its ups and downs when it came to stuff I didn't agree with that Sony did for the PS4, and it having my consoles break down multiple times, 2 times with a hard drive, 2 times with a fan issue, but it's been a good run. I would like to thank Sony for the 8 years of playing this thing, even though they're not done making updates for PS4 yet, and developers and Sony themselves are no longer, not done making games for PS4, but since I have a PS5 now, I have basically uninstalled games that I brought from PS4 to PS5, and some games have PS5 versions now that I now just use on the PS5. I have also uninstalled games that are still getting updates on PS4 that I no longer play, mostly because they use up Wi-Fi and I have limited Wi-Fi, so what's the point of having these games that are still getting updated that I no longer play anymore? But I would like to thank Sony for the memories they gave me playing amazing games on this console through whether I paid for them, PS Plus. I would like to thank Sony for also the memories this console gave me. I met my best friends on PlayStation 4. I'd like to thank Sony and the Share Factory team for this wonderful recording, in-game recording, and the editor. This is when I really started doing YouTube, making videos in late 2014. So I'd like to thank all of you guys, even though they're not watching. But the last thing, I'd like to thank Sony for having this console when I had hard times in my life. Through last bit of junior high and through 3 years of hell that I went through in high school, kept me from making like bad decisions. And I just want to say thank you, PS4, for everything. You were one of my best consoles of all time that I played, and just want to say thank you for everything.